Ladies and gentlemen, this one is highly requested, so buckle down. You know who this is. This is one of the illest lyricists to ever put his mouth on a mic. Ladies and gentlemen, from the infamous Mobb Deep, this is Prodigy. They took our king away from us on June 20th, 2017. And the lies that are surrounding his passing are striking. So if you grew up in the 90s, you knew who Mobb Deep was. They were the voice of young black hip hop, and they were not afraid of anybody. They called out a lot of our favorite rappers back then. They went in on people like Nas, Jay-Z, and yes, even Tupac. They were not afraid of nobody, bro. Prodigy did not like Tupac at all. More on that later. Crazy thing is, my man Havoc, the other half of Mobb Deep, he never had a problem with none of these dudes that Prodigy had a problem with. But since that was his boy, you have a problem with him now. Havoc was a writer. Havoc is a writer. So let's go. His childhood. Did y'all know he was an extraordinary ballet dancer? His mother ran a ballet studio. He was cultured. And I kind of wish he would have embraced this. I can't get over how smart this guy was and how super intelligent he was. So let's find out where him and Havoc met. I think they met in high school when they were around about 14 or 15. Let me check that. It's the High School of Design and Arts in Manhattan. When they put their group together, they were first known as the Poetical Prophets. And I think his name was Lord T, the Golden Child. Did y'all know he did 2 verses on the Too Young song from High Five that was in the soundtrack for Boys in the Hood? I think that was in 1991. Matter of fact, I know it was. He was born with something that is very, very popular in the black community called sickle cell anemia. So ahead of his time. I'm just trying to understand how they were trying to make him keep his street persona throughout his career. More on that later. One of the names that keep popping up in his passing, in all of these high-profile hip-hop artists passing, is one name, and it keeps popping on up every time I read. I'm going to end it right here because part 2, I don't want to spoil part 2 by putting it in part 1. Please come back. I discovered something and it's going to rock your world. Part 2 coming up. Like, share, comment.